The whispers started on the first night, soft as the rustle of palm fronds in the trade winds, but they carried a weight heavier than the humidity that clung to everything like a second skin. I was just a nurse from Spokane, Washington, Margaret Peggy O'Connor, 22 and full of that wide-eyed grit that gets you through nursing school on black coffee and borrowed notes. But that locket changed me. Tucked in the folds of a dying man's shirt, it held not just a faded photo, but a lifetime of secrets, a family fractured by the Depression, a love stolen by the war, and a promise I swore to keep, even if it meant carrying his ghost across the islands. Tonight, as the rain patters steady on my rooftop back home, I'll unfold this diary for you, dear listener. Let it lull you like the waves off Tulagi, or keep you turning pages in the quiet hours. This is Peggy's Confessions from the 1st Marine Division's Field Hospital, Guadalcanal, August 1942. A nurse's heart poured out in smudged pencil, under the flicker of a Coleman lantern that smelled of kerosene and kerosene dreams. Pull up a chair, dim the light, and let's step into the jungle together. Feel the mud between your toes. Hear the coqui frogs chorus like they're mourning what we've lost. It's a long road ahead, meant to wind slow and soothing, with just enough shadow to hold you close. Breathe deep now. We're shipping out. August 7th, 1942. Landed on Guadalcanal like thieves in the night. Diary L's teeth grinding onto the coral shelf at dawn. Engines coughing diesel that mixed with the salt spray and turned the air thick as chowder. The island rose green and tangled before us, jungle so dense it seemed to breathe, vines twisting like ropes from some giant's game. I'm Peggy O'Connor, raised on the dry side of the Cascades where the sagebrush whispers secrets to the wind and pious stories of the Great War still echo in the barn rafters. Back in Spokane, I was the girl with the steady hands, wrapping sprains at the soda shop and dreaming of Florence Nightingale capes under the street lamps. But Uncle Sam called after Pearl those posters with the nurse cradling the wounded. Joined the Corps Serve with pride, and before I knew it, I was on the USS. Haywood seasick for a week straight kit bag, heavy with sulfa powder and that little silver locket from Graham engraved. Keep faith. Faith in what? Mercy, maybe. Or just getting through the day without the Jap Zeros buzzing overhead like angry hornets. The field hospital's a hasty affair tents pitched on a ridge overlooking the slot, canvas walls sagging under the monsoon threat, Red Cross flags limp in the humidity. We've got the surgeons from Seattle, gruff as lumberjacks with hands quick as card sharps. Orderlies like my bunkmate, Lena from Boston, tough as a cod fillet with a laugh that cuts the tension. And as nurses me, with my freckles fading under the tropic burn, and sweet Alice from Ohio, who hums hymns when the going gets grim. The wounded started trickling in by noon, Marines from the first wave, faces smeared with cocoa butter and cordite, uniforms torn like they'd wrestled the devil. No need for the ugly details here, diary just the work. Irrigating wounds with saline that smelled of the sea, taping dressings tight against the sweat, and whispering, "Hold on, Marine," like it was a spell. The air's alive with it, all the creak of bamboo stretchers, the low groan of pain muffled by morphine haze, the distant crackle of artillery that rolls like thunder over the Matanikau. My first patient was a corporal from Texas, Billy Ray, leg shredded by shrapnel that looked like it came from Hell's own junkyard. He came in quiet, eyes the color of prairie sky, clutching a rosary that dangled from beads worn smooth. "Nurse," he rasped, voice dry as dust. "Got something for my girl back in Lubbock." "Don't let the mud take it." Fumbled from his pocket a chain, thin gold glinting faint, and there it was, the locket, heart-shaped and dented slate, popping open to a photo. Him, younger, arm around a woman with curls like chestnut waves, and a boy, maybe 5, grinning gap-toothed at the camera. That's Ellie and little Jack. Tell him Daddy's coming home with stories taller than the panhandle wind. I nodded, throat tight, clipping it safe around my neck, under the uniform warm against my skin, like a secret heartbeat. Protocol says valuables to the quartermaster, but quartermasters lose things in the shuffle, and Billy Ray's eyes held a plea deeper than duty. By dusk, as the sun sank bloody behind the palms, his fever spiked, but he slept with a half smile. Dreaming of Lubbock, I reckon. Wrote this by lantern light, the flames sputtering on kerosene that stinks of regret. Frogs chorusing outside like they're singing him safe. What am I keeping? A promise, maybe. Or just a piece of someone else's heart. Nights closing in, diary stars sharp through the tent mesh, but the jungle whispers back. Good night for now. August 8th. Dawn broke sticky, diary sun climbing slow through the haze, turning the ridge to a steam bath where sweat beads before you blink. Woke to Lena's snore, deep and rhythmic like the Liberty ship's engines, and the call of hornbills hacking the air like rusty saws. Splash my face from the helmet basin water, tepid and tasting of canvas, then into the whites that already clung damp. Brassard pinned, crooked, but proud. Coffee is a joke here. Grounds boiled in a can over a sterno that flares blue and mean, tasting like burnt acorns but kicking the fog from your brain. Peggy, you look like you arm wrestled a croc, Lena teased, handing me a 10, her Boston accent clipping sharp. That Texan keep you up with his tall tailies? Shrugged it off. Just the cookies, but truth? Billy Ray's locket weighed heavy, the photo peeking when I bent to check lines, Ellie's smile soft as a memory. Ward rounds hit like a wave more from the beachhead push. Marines hauling litters up the trail, faces etched with that 1,000-yard stare that no amount of sulfa can wash away. Started with Billy, fever broken some, color creeping back like dawn on the plains. Nurse Peggy, he murmured, fingers brushing the chain I'd looped back visible for him. You were in it true? Feels right. Nodded, adjusting his four, the trip steady as a metronome. Told him about Spokane winters, how the snow piles deep, and we build forts taller than houses, kids hollering like banshees. Sounds like freedom, he said, eyes lighting faint. Ellie'd love that always dreamin' of white Christmases, not this green hell. Shared a bit then, halting, how the depression hit their farm hard, dust storms choking the sky, Jack born in a lean-to when doctors were luxuries. Locket's all I got left of before Pa gave it to her on their wedding. Said it holds the good times tight, tucked the tail away, but it's stuck like burrs on wool. Mid-morning, a lull let us breathe. The jungle humming with cicadas that buzz like faulty radios. Scent of frangipani, sweet but cooling in the heat. Alice and I sorted morphine syrettes, glass vials clinking cool, while Lena scouted for fresh limes in the underbrush twist of one in water chases the scurvy blues. Gross, Alice whispered, her Ohio lilt soft as cornbread. Heard the Japs are dug in at the river shells could fly any minute. Tension coiled subtle, like a snake in the ferns. But we shushed it with hymns, her leading amazing grace. Voices blending thin but true. Back to Billy by noon. He'd sketched a crude map on his Cass Lubbock streets, labeled with Ellie's Diner and Jack's Swing Tree. Draw it for M, he said, pencil shaky. So they know the way home? Pocketed the sketch with the Locket's promise, heart tugging. Afternoon brought the surge jeeps bouncing up the ridge, dust clouding red, litters stacked like cordwood. Trudged a lieutenant from Philly, Mike, arm gashed deep from bayonet work. His curses colorful as Lena's. Damn it, nurse. Stitch it quick, gotta get back to the line before these bastards overrun us. Stitch steady, catgut pulling taut, the air sharp with ether from the next tent over. But under the grit, he softened, fishing a St. Christopher medal from his collar. For my ma, tell her I ain't forgotten us Sundays. No locket, but the plea echoed Billy's. By evening, as the sun dipped gold through the canopy, Billy rallied enough for chowke rations of cheese spread on hardtack, tasting like wax but shared with stories. His first dance with Ellie at a barn raising, fiddles wailing hot. Laughed soft, the sound rare as rain in August, but inside. Suspense simmered, what if you don't make it? What then the Lockets wait? Wrote this under mosquito netting that itches like guilt, lantern wick trimmed low. Jungle nights, alive crickets, pulsing, distant drums, maybe enemy, maybe heart. Sleep comes fitful diary with dreams of dust bowls and diner lights. Hold the faith. August 9th. Rain today, diarrhea gentle pour at first. Then sheets that hammered the tents like 1,000 typewriters gone mad, turning the ridge to a slip and slide of red clay that kicks your boots solid. Woke to the drum, Lena already up, wringing her hair like a dish rag. Boston rain's polite, this here's a deluge with attitude. Gulped the acorn brew, then out into the gray, poncho flapping useless against the downpour. The air, petrichor and rot, palm leaves slapping wet, frogs silent now, but rivers swelling in the gullies. Billy was first rain leaking through a seam onto his cot, but he didn't mind, eyes brighter. Sounds like home storms, Peggy Ellie and me on the porch, Jack splashing puddles, adjusted the drip. Water beating on the tube like tears, and he pressed the locket open again, photo fog slight, but faces clear. See that scar on Jack's chin? From chasing a stray cat up the windmill. Voice wild as the wind, but heart's pure gold. Listened rapt, the rain a curtain shutting out the war. As he spun more, how Ellie waitress through the hard years, feet aching but smile steady, saving nickels for Jack's first bike. Depression took the farm, but not us moved to town, diner job her anchor. Lockets from then, Pa's last gift before the bank foreclosed. Touched the gold, warm despite the chill, and wondered at the secrets it held, unspoken debts, maybe, or dreams deferred. I'll get it to her, I promised, voice lost in the pour. His nod was trust, pure as spring water. Lull mid-morning let us patch leaks tents billowing like sails, Lena cursing nautical as she lashed sky wires. Alice hummed through it, shall we gather at the river? Her voice a balm. And we joined soft hands busy with canvas needles that pricked like memories. But tension crept. Scouts reported Jap patrols probing the lines, shadows in the mist-shrouded ravines. Could be nothing, Lena said, but her eyes said watch the flanks. Back to ward, Mike the lieutenant was feisty, arm bandage fresh, demanding a smoke. One drag, Sister Philly Fox thicker without it, lit it careful, flames sputtering wet, and he talked to chase the ache. Ma's Irish stew bubbling Sundays, siblings squabbling over seconds. Medals for her rosary tell her Mike's still her altar boy at heart. Added it to my growing hoard locket. Sketch, medal a talisman chain against the unknown. Afternoon surged through the rain marines, slogging up. Uniforms sodden, wounds weeping pink. Trudged a private from Alabama, Zeke, chest bruised from a dead grenade, his drawl slow as molasses. Nurse, got a prayer card for my Cicilla. She's blind in one eye from fever, but sees the world clear in most. Slipped it in my pocket, paper damp but ink bold. Psalm 23, scribbled, God watches the sparrows and you. By chow spam fried hasty on a hibachi that smoked acrid. We shared tailies under the eaves, Billy sparn dances, Mike's stew pots, Zeke's sis reciting verses by lamplight. Laughter bubbled rare, cutting the wet, but the locket thrummed warm, Ellie's curls a ghost touch. Evening rain eased to mist, lantern lit. I unfolded the sketch Libak mapped loving, swing tree marked with a heart. Reflections stir, secrets and small things, a scar's story, a farm's fall, a diner's dawn. What else hides in that gold heart? Wrote till hand cramped, Kokies resuming their song like applause. Night folds gentle, diary, but jungle eyes watch. Rest easy. August 10th. Sun mocked us today, diary blazing through the steam, turning puddles to vapor that rose like incense from some forgotten altar, air heavy with the sweet rot of fallen mangoes. Woke parched, tongue thick, Lena fanning with a palm frond that shed like confetti. Tropics will cook you alive, Peg think of Boston chowder, cool and clammy. Dreamed of it. Actually clams fresh from the sound, but shook it off. Into the routine, whites aired on lines till dry crisp, cap pinned against the glare. Billy perked, notable sitting up, leg propped, whittling a stick with his pocket knife into a crude horse for Jack. Boy loves them wild mustangs on the range, ridden fences with me, watched the shavings curl white, scent of fresh wood cutting the humidity. And he opened the locket again, this time tracing Ellie's face. She sings, you know? Lullabies in the diner after close, voice like honey on cornbread. Kept us going when the breadline snaked the block. More spilled then, easy as the river below. Halpaw's heart gave out mid-dust storm, leaving debts that chained them to the city. Ellie's secret wish for a house with a picket fence, whispered in bed after Jack's fever broke. Locket holds that photo from the good year, before the bank man's knock. Touched it, feeling the hinges give and sense the hidden. A letter once tucked inside, burned for shame. I'll sing for her, I said light, but meant the promise deep. Alice joined us for therapy Billy's laps, slow on crutches that sink in the soft ground. Jungle path lined with ferns that brush like fingers. Look at that orchid, she pointed. Bloom purple as bruised but delicate. God's paintbrush in the green. He chuckled, sweat beading brow. Ellie's got eyes for flowers, grows em in pots on the fire escape to find the dust. Bonded us three. That walk, the Koki's daytime hush, birds flashing crimson through the leaves. Back, Mike was pacing his cot, arm sling loose, spinning Philly yarns. Liberty Bell cracks like family feuds, Ma's pierogi stuffed with secrets. Cards for her vigil light a candle, say Mike's comin' with strudel. Zeke read his psalm aloud, voice quavering but strong, Sis's blindness a lens for faith. She says the dark makes the light brighter reckon, that's for us here. Midday heat peaked, tense ovens, so we rationed shade under a banyan whose roots draped like curtains. Lena smuggled fresh papaya juice, dripping gold, seeds black as nights. Emmy ate slow, pits crunching sweet. Tension hummed low, flyovers droned distant, zeros scouting maybe, shadows rippling the canopy. Keep low, the CO barked at muster, helmet low. But in the ward, stories held us. Billy's Mustang chases, Zeke's sis stargazing by touch. Afternoon lulls let me polish the locket gold gleaming faint, photo protected with a breath. What truths wait inside? Evening chow was rice sticky and fish tinned, but spiced with Taili's orchid hunts, pierogi twists. Lantern low wrote the day's peel. The whittles curl, the flowers bruise, the fences wish. Reflections deepen, jungle hides horrors but hearts. They bloom defiant, secrets petals unfolding slow. Moon rises fat over the slot, silvering the waves. Goodnight, diary dream of fences and fiddles. August 11th, overcast veil today, diary skies gray as wool blankets. Holding the heat in like a fever, air still but charged, like before a squall. Woke to thunder grumble far off, Lena muttering prayers in Gaelic mix. Storms brewin', peg bass batten the soul too. Brush teeth with salt paste that grits like sand. Then rounds, the ward dim under low clouds. Billy's horse done stick legs splayed, mane from twine, handed with a grin. For Jack tell him ride it gentle, like the wind. Crutches steadier now, laps extending to the ridge edge, overlooking the turquoise slot where destroyers cut wakes white. Ellie swims like a fish, he said, wind tugging his hair. Taught Jack in the stock tank, splashing till sunset. Lockets from that day snapped the photo after, her hair wet curls, boy crow in victory. More layers peeled, the depressions bite. How Ellie pawned her ring for milk money once, shame burning hot. Pa's hidden flask drowned sorrows in the dust. We rebuilt quiet diner shifts, my ranch hand gigs. Lockets our talisman, holds the unbroken. Felt the gold pulse, secrets stirring a faded note inside. Press gentle, but hinge stuck, story half told. Mike joined the walk, arm free now, Philly stride cocky. This humidity makes a man miss the school kills chill. Shared Ma's recipe scribbled on the prayer. Card back cabbage rolls, stuffin' with love, not just beef. Zeke recited more psalms, blinds as his muse. She knits by feel. Scarves for the needy says, God's threads in the dark. Laughter light when a monkey chattered from the boughs, stealing Lena's lime mid-peel. Thief! She hollered, but tossed another, the fruit arcing green. Tension thickened midday scouts, radioed Jap barges slipping the net, shells whispering overhead like bad omens. Dove for cover in a foxhole dug hasty, mud cool on knees, hearts thumping unison. Just ranging shots, the CO soothed post, but I said brace. Back to word, Billy sketched the monkey for Ellie's laugh, while Mike paced, metal clutched. Afternoon brought new admits, a gunner, Rico from California, shoulder nicked. His crucifix for Abuelita. Tell her Rico's still dancing salsa in heaven if not. Added to the chain, faith's weight growing. Evening squall hit brief, rain lashing cool, washing the sweat clean. Chow undercover bully beef hashed with wild onions, Lena foraged, sharp bite waking the tongue. Tailies flowed, stock tank splashes, cabbage rolls steaming, scarves woven blind. Lantern flicker, I probed the locket, careful hinge gave slight that empty save photo. Secrets elsewhere in the stories. Wrote the monkey's arc, the shell's whisper, the dance's sway. Reflections, overcast hearts clear in rain talismans hold not gold, but grip. Storm past, stars peeking shy. Sleep sound, diary. August 12th. Clear fire today, diary sun of forge, hammering heat that warped the air, palms drooping like wilted lettuce. Woke drained, cut damp as a sponge, Alice already folding linens crisp. Ohio hayfields got nothing on this sweat lodge. Peg. Billy's progress marked crutches ditched for a stick, limping the path with purpose, horse tucked in his pack. Gonna carve a herd for Jack Mustang family, running free. Overlooked the slot again, destroyers gray ghosts on blue, and he delved deeper. Ellie's hidden talent, painting signs for the diner in stolen hours, murals of ranches reclaimed. The night Jack's fever raged, her praying rosary beads to dust, locket open on his chest like a shield. Saved him, that faith mind's shakier now, but her light holds. Touched the chain, feeling the photos emboss, and glimpsed the fracture, a letter from Pa, unsent, confessing lost savings to cards, shame's chain. Burned it, but the weight stays Locket's clean slate. Lena led group therapy, loose walks turning to shares. Mike's pierogi evoking Italian feasts for Rico, cabbage swapped for ravioli dreams. Zeke's psalms wove in, valley of shadow, fitting the jungle's gloom. Laughter when Billy's stick horse galloped, a root, tumbling comic. Tension simmered, air raid sirens wailed false, zeros veering off, but the weight coiled tight as vines. Midday shade under banyan, papaya again flesh orange as sunset, juice sticky sweet. Alice hummed Shenandoah, river song for dry souls. New admit, a radio man, Sal from New York, ear bandaged from blast. His lucky penny for the kid brother. Tell Joey as heads up always life as a coin flip. Horde grew, promises piling. Afternoon haze let stories stretch. Ellie's mural prairies, pierogi Sundays, penny tosses in Brooklyn lots. Evening chow rice and tuna, flake dry but Taili's sauced it rich. Lantern gold, sketched the horse's gallop, the pennies gleam, the murals blue. Reflections, heat forges secrets clean slates scratched with hope's ink. Moon hooks the horizon, silver thread. Good night, August 13th. Breeze gift today, diary traits from the slot cooling the ridge, carrying hibiscus bloom and distant surf. Woke refreshed, Lena brewing tea from sassafras bark, tangy as root beer float. Billy full stride now, stick optional, carving a second horse Mari for Ellie. She rides side saddle in dreams, hair flying. Viewpoint chat, the depression's ghost, how Ellie miscarried once, silent grief tucked like Pubby's letter. Locket refilled with a new photo post-loss, Jack's grin defiant. Holds our rebuild diner murals, her canvas, my hand's the frame. Hinge clicked open easy now. Photo double-sided back, a pressed flower, faded blue. Group walk expanded, Rico tapping rhythm on his sling. Salsa steps in the shade. Mike's metal swung, Ma's rolls, stuffed with saints. Zeke's cis scarves imagined for jungle chill. Sal's penny flipped, heads for home. Laughter at a land crab scuttling comet, claws waving surrender. Tension eased but lingered barge sightings, but Navy shells chased him. Midday banyan picnic, sassafras steaming, Alice's hymn lilting. New, Corman Tim, leg sprained, dog tags for his girl, engrave forever, if I don't tell her Tim's wind in the willows. Afternoon breeze stirred stories, side saddle trots, salsa spins, penny luck. Chow bully beef stewed tender, tailies the spice. Lantern, pressed the flower bluebonnet, Texas true. Wrote the crab's wave, the engraving's vow, the Mari's mane. Reflections, breezes carry grief light talismans bloom with time's touch. Stars scatter like coins. Rest well. August 14th, heat rebound. Diary air, a blanket smothered. Sun glaring white off the slot. Woke listless, Alice fanning prayers. Billy's hurt grew cold added, family complete. For the ranch will reclaim Ellie painting the barn red. Deeper dive. The miscarriage's scar. How Ellie sang through tears. Locket on the cradle. Pa's card debt haunting sails, but her diner tips the rope. Flowers from that field-pressed hope. Walk salsa-infused, Rico leading, Mike's pierogi two-step. Zeke psalms danced, Sal pennies tossed in rhythm. Tim's tags clinked, willows whispered. Sirens reel mid-morning zeros diving, a cracking sky black. Dove foxhole, mud embrace, heart sink. Billy's voice from afar. Hold the locket, peg its lock. Post-raid, tent singed but standing. Tension taut as bowstring. Banyan shade, root beer bark cooling. New pilot Dan, crash limp, flight log for dad. Log the stars, say Dan charted home. Afternoon heat baked stories, Colts kick, two-step twirls, star charts. Chow tuna rice, logs the map. Lantern, trace the bluebonnet veins. Reflections, raids reveal roots luck and small golds. Moon veiled, suspense soft, sleep guarded. August 15th, rain mercy, diary pour cleansing, clay running rivers red. Woke to lash, Lena lashing laughs. Billy carved fence post ranch blueprint. Elio plant roses there, thorns be damned. Truths tumbled, miscarriage named Little Rose. Locket's flower her memorial. Pa's debt paid by Ellie's mural commissions. Secret savings for the dream. Group puddle jumps, Rico salsa slosh, Mike pierogi splash. Zeke psalms and pour, Sal pennies afloat, Tim willows wet, Dan stars streamed. Barges shelled distant, Navy boom reassuring. Midday tent tailies, rain roof rhythm. New infantryman Cal, bayonet Nick, harmonica for Ma. Play home on the range, tell her Cal's notes fly home. Afternoon downpour, dance stories. Rose thorns, blash steps, harmonica wails. Chow stew soupy, notes the tune. Lantern, blue bonnet wilted but bold. Reflections, rain washes wounds, memorials grow green. Storm sighs, peace peaks, good night, August 16. Sun subdued, diary clouds scudding, breeze tentative. Billy's blueprint, detail barn, diner tie-in. Ellie dreams big murals to maps. Layer, Rose's loss fueled her art. Locket's back engraved faint for our blooms. Walks harmonica scored, cow leading waltz and weeds. Rico salsa, Mike two-step. Zeke psalm chant, Sal penny jang. Tim tag clink, Dan star point. Flyover faults, tension thaw. Banyan, sassafras sip. New, sniper scout Lee, Gray's wound. Compass for brother. Point north, tell him Lee's true. Stories swirled, map lines, waltz weeds, compass spins. Chow beef hash, north the guide. Lantern, engraved blooms traced. Reflections, subdued sun, spotlight art from ache. August 17th, overcast comfort, diary gray gentle, heat hushed. Billy pack ready, herd and post packed. Ranch calls Ellie's waiting with paintbrush. Full reveal, pause flask, kitten in barn, found by Jack once, lesson and stumbles. Locket's chain mended by Ellie post break, symbol strong. Group farewell walk, cow harmonica, auld lang syne twist. Dances blend, psalms hum, pennies flip, tags swing, stars align, compass north, scouts clear, peace patch, midday hymns, Alice lead. New, medic mate, shrapnel shallow, stethoscope for kids. Listen to hearts, tell mate's beat goes on. Afternoon comfort tales, paintbrush strokes, sign songs, heart listens. Chow rice tender beats the pulse. Lantern chains mend. Reflections, comfort in cloud symbols mend slow. August 18th, breeze bold, diary wines, whipping palms, slot choppy. Billy discharged dawn, hug fierce Locket back that promised mine. Deliver the dreams, peg for Ellie and Jack. Truck rumbled off, dust is farewell, heart hollow but full. Walks echo Billy, Cal tune carrying. Rico, Mike, Zeke, Sal, Tim, Dan, Lee. Nate circle dances, psalms, flips, swings, aligns, norths, listens. Barge chase navy wind, cheers, ridge rattle. Banyan breeze break, fruit feast. New, engineer Vic, blast burn, blueprint for family. Build the bridge, tell Vic span holds. Stories bridge, dream deliveries, tune carries, blueprint spans. Chow stew bridged, holds the link. Lantern dreams sketched. Reflections, winds carry goodbyes, promises span gaps. August 19th, heat hint, diary sun peaking, humidity hub. Calsmo gets tune dream, harmonica mailed. Vic's span detail family home post-war. Group builds Vic's mock bridge crates and vines, laughter load bearing. Dances cross, psalms arch, etc. Sirens tease, but fade. Midday mob crossing, Alice hymn bridge. New, cartographer Sam, map tier, atlas for Pa. Chart the way, tell him Sam's paths lead home. Afternoon hints, heat stories. Spans hold, paths chart. Chow hash hinted, home's the way. Lantern bridge finds. Reflections, hints of heat, forge holds paths from tears. August 20th, rain rhythm, diary steady beat, earth grateful. Sam's paths inked, Pa's atlas updated. Nate's hearts listened, group round, stethoscopes passed. Bridge holds rain test, cheers wet. New, poet will, ink wound, quill for love. Verse the vow, tell her will's words wait. Rhythm tales, paths ink, hearts beat, vows verse. Chow soupy rhythm waits the word. Lantern, quill dip. Reflections, rhythms rain renewal words, wait wet. August 21st, clear canvas, diary sky vast, jungle vivid. Will's vows rhymed, love's quill sharp. Lee's north compass spun tailies. Group verse walk, poet lead. New, sculptor art, hand cast, chisel for muse. Carve the face, tell her art's form forms forever. Canvas stories, vows rhyme, chisels carve. Chow canvas clear, forever forms. Lantern, face lines. Reflections, clear skies carve clarity forms from casts. August 22nd, storm stir, diary clouds crowd, thunder tease. Art's muse face emerging, chisel taps. Vic's bridge blueprint, blueprinted group. Stir walks versus storm soon. New musician Mel, finger sprain, sheet for band. Note the night, tell him Mel's melody mends. Tease tailies, faces emerge, notes night. Chow stirred, mends the melody. Lantern, taps chisel. Reflections, stirs storm strength melodies, mends brains. August 23rd. Sun sovereign, diary rules the ridge, gold gilds. Mel's night noted, band sheet shared. Will's words winged, love vows voiced. Sovereign stories, sheets share, chisels complete. New dreamer Eli, vision blur, journal for kin. Dream the dawn, tell Illa's visions vital. Guild tailies, dawn's dream, journal's journal. Chow gold, vital visions. Lantern, blur cleared. Reflections, sovereign sun's guild gifts visions vital. August 24th, breeze balm, diary cools the crown, leaves lift. Eli's dawn dreamed, kin journaled. Art's face finished, muse smile. Balm walks, melodies balm. New, healer Han, aid ache, Herb for village. Brew the balm, tell Hans heel holds. Lift stories. Smiles muse, herbs brew. Chow balm holds the heel. Lantern, lift leaves. Reflections, balms breeze, blessings heals hold. August 25th, overcast omen, diary gray gathers, hush heavy. Huntshold brood, village herbs, Mel's men noted night. Omen walks, dawn's hushed. New, guardian Gus, watch wound, whistle for watch. Sound the safe, tell Gus's guard grows. Heavy tailies, night snow, whistle sound. Chow heavy, grows the guard. Lantern, omen gray. Reflections, omens overcast open guards grow. August 26th, rain release, diary pours pure, paths pristine, Gus's safe sounded, watch whistle. Eli's vital visions voice dawn, release rounds, balms released. New storyteller tell, tongue tie, tome for tribe, tell the tale, tell and tell's tongue turns true. Pristine stories, dawn's voice, tomes tell. Chow pure, true the turn, lantern, release pour. Reflections, releases, rain, renewal, tailies, turn. August 27th, sun soft, diary glows gentle, green's greener. Tell's true turned, tribe tone, Hans heel holds village. Soft shares, guard soft. New visionary viv, sight shade, sketch for seer. See the shade tell, Viv's visions veil victory. Greener tailies, tomes tribe, sketches see. Chow soft, victory veils, lantern, gentle glow. Reflections, soft sun's shade, sweetly victories veiled. August 28th, heat heart, diary pulses warm, hearts hasten. Viv's victory veiled, seer's sketch, Gus's grow, guarded safe. Heart hikes, tailies heart, new, builder Ben, beam break, beam for home. Beam the build, tell Ben's base builds bold. Warm stories, sketches seer, beams beam, chow heart, bold the build. Lantern, pulse warm. Reflections, hearts heat harmony bases bold. August 29th, fog fondle, diary miss, mysteries mild. Ben's bold built, home beam, tells turn true tribe. Fondle fog, victories fond. New, whisper Wes, voice veil, verse for valley. Whisper the wind, tell Wes's words weave wonder. Mild tailies, beams home, verses whisper. Chow mist, wonder weaves. Lantern miss mild. Reflections, fogs fondle fables wonders weave. August 30th, clear call, diary sky summons, souls stir. Wes's wonder woven, valley verse. Viv's veil, victory seer. Call circles, builds call. New navigator nav, chart cloud, course for crew. Chart the course tell nav's north, navigates new. Star stories, versus valley, courses chart. Chow clear, new the north. Lantern, summon sky. Reflections, calls clear courage north's new. August 31st, storm soul, diary rages raw, resolves rise. Nav's new navigated, crew course. Ben's base, bold home. Soul sings, wonder soul. New phoenix fin, ash ache, ash for a rise. Rise from ash tell Fin's phoenix pulses proud. Raw tailies, courses crew, ashes rise. Chow raw, proud the pulse. Lantern rages resolve. Reflections, soul's storm strength pulses proud. September 1st, dawn delicate, diary light laces, losses lift. Finn's proud pulsed, arise ash. Wes's weave wonder valley. Delicate dawns, north's delicate. New echo echo, call cut, call for clan. Echo the end tell, echo's call carries close. With stories, ashes arise, calls echo. Chow lace, close the carry. Lantern, light delicate. Reflections, delicate's dawn deliverance carries close. September 2nd, breeze bind, diary ties tender, ties true. Echoes close carried, clan call, Nav's new north crew. Bind bonds, phoenix bind. New mender men, men miss, men for mending. Men the miss tell, men's mend makes more. True tailies, calls clan, men's mend, chow bind, more the mape. Lantern, ties tender. Reflections, binds breeze beauty Murray's make. September 3rd, sun summon, diary calls collect, collections complete, men's more made, mending mend. Finn's pulse proud arise, summon shares, echoes summon. New, gatherer gar, glean gone, glean for gain. Gather the gain tell, and gar's glean glows gold. Complete stories, men's mending, gleans gather. Chow collect, gold the glow, lantern calls complete. Reflections, summon sun synergy golds glow. September 4th, rain renew, diary refreshes roots, roots reach. Gar's gold glowed, gain glean, echoes carry close clan. Renew rounds, menders renew. New, rooter rue, dig deep, dig for dream. Root the dream, tell ruse reach, roots real. Reach tailies, gleans gain, roots root. Chow refresh, reel the reach. Lantern refreshes roots. Reflections, renews rain, resilience, reels reach. September 5th, clear crests, diary peaks pure, peaks promise. Ruse real reached, dream root. Men's make more mending. Crest circles, gatherer's crest. New, promiser pro, pledge pale, pledge for promise. Pledge the promise, tell him prose pure pulses peace. Promise stories, roots dream, pledges pledge. Chow peak, peace the pulse. Lantern, pure peaks. Reflections, crests clear culmination pieces pulse. September 6th, heat harmony, diary blends balm, balms bind. Prose peace pulsed, promise pledge. Gar's glow gold gain. Harmony hikes, rooters harmony. New, binder bend, bond break, bond for bind. Bind the bond, tell him, bends balm builds bright. Bind tailies, pledges promise, bonds bind. Chow blend, bright the build. Lantern, blends balm. Reflections, harmonies heat healing brights build. September 7th, fog frame, diary outlines odd, odds overcome. Bends bright built, bone balm, ruse reach, real dream. Frame finds, promiser's frame. New, overcomer OV, odd out, odd for over. Over the odd tell, ovs overcome opens opportunity. Overcome stories, bonds bond, odds over. Chow outline, opportunity opens. Lantern, outlines odd. Reflections, frames fog, fortitude, opportunities open. September 8th. Storm stand, diary test, tall's triumph. Ov's opportunity opened, odd overcome. Prose pulse peace, promise. Stand stories, binders stand. New triumph for trial tier, trial for triumph. Triumph the trial tell, tries, tall test time. Triumph tailies, odds overcome, trials triumph. Chow test, time the test. Lantern, test tall. Reflections, stand storm steadfast times triumph. September 9th, dawn dance, diary steps soft, soft soar, tries time custard, trial tall. Thins build bright bond, dance dawns, overcomers dance. New, soar so, soar for sky, soar the sky tell, so soft steps span stars. Soar stories, trials tall, steps soar. Chow soft, stars the span, lantern steps soft. Reflections, dances dawn, delights or span. September 10th, breeze bridge, diary span sweet, sweet sustain. So stars span, sky soft. Ovs open opportunity odd. Bridge bonds, triumphers bridge. New, sustainer sus, sustain strain, sustain for strong. Sustain the strong, tell sus's sweet span steady. Sustain tailies, step span, strain sustain. Chow sweet, steady the span, lantern, span sweet. Reflections, bridges breeze, balance steady, sustain. September 11th, sun seal, diary stamp sure, sewers secure. Sus's steady spanned, strong sweet. Tries triumph time trial, seal shares, soar seal. New, secure sec, secure slip, secure for safe. Secure the safe tell, sex sure stamp shelter. Secure stories, span steady, slip secure. Chow stamp, shelter the stamp, lantern, stamp sure. Reflections, seals sun, serenity shelters secure. September 12th, rain ripple, diary waves whisper, whispers widen. Sex shelter stamped, safe sure. So span stars sky. Ripple rounds, sustainers ripple. New Whittinger wid, wide whisper, wide for world. Widen the world, tell in wid's whisper waves wonder. Widen tailies, stamped shelter, whispers widen. Chow wave, wonder the wave, lantern, waves whisper. Reflections, ripples rain, revelation wonders widen. September 13th, clear close, dairy near's nest, mess nurture. Wid's wonder waved, world whisper. Suss's strong steady span, close circles, secures close. New nurture and nurture need, nurture for new. Nurture the new tell, and near's nest, near's night. Nurture stories, waves wonder, needs nurture. Chow near, night the near, lantern, near's nest. Reflections, closes clear completion nights nurture. September 14th, heat hold, diary embraces end, ends endure. Near's night neared, new nest, sex safe secure shelter. Hold hikes, Whittinger's hold. New endure end echo, end for eternal. Endure the eternal tell, ends embrace, endures ever. Endure tailies, nests new, echoes endure. Chow embrace, ever the embrace. Lantern embraces end. Reflections, holds heat heritage, evers endure. September 15th, fog finale, diary miss merge, merges mend. Ends ever endured, eternal embrace. Nears nurture new nest, finale finds, endures finale. The circle complete stories merged, promises mended, Locket's legacy lived in every word. But the climax crested then, diary in the fog's fondle, a runner burst, Japs breaking through a vagall. Chaos coiled, litters loaded hasty, tents struck frantic, the ridge a frenzy of shouts and shadows. The lace truck long gone, but his locket worn still thrummed like a drum. Ellie's photo might anchor as shells whistle close, earth shuddering like a beast woke. Dove with the group, foxhole tight, voices linking in psalm chant, harmonica wail. Verse faux Rico's salsas step a defiant tap. Mike's pierogi prayer, Zeke's blind light, Sal's petty heads, Tim's willow wind, Dan's star chart, Lee's north true, Vic's bridge span, Sam's path chart, Will's word wait, Art's face form, Mel's melody mend, Eli's dawn vital, Han's heel hold, Gus's guard grow, Tal's tail turn, Viv's victory veil, Ben's base bold, Wes's wonder weave, Nap's north new, Finn's phoenix proud, Echo's call carry, Men's mend make, Gar's gain glow, Rue's root reel, Pro's promise peace, Ben's bond bright, Ov's odd over, Tri's trial triumph. So's sky soar, Suss's strong steady, Sex safe shelter, Wid's world wonder, Nur's new nurture all woven in that hole, fog folding us close. A shell burst near, dirt raining, but no hit miracle or Locket luck. As dawn cracked, Navy guns roared reply, Japs retreating, the ridge held. We emerged mud-caked but whole, hugs fierce as family, tears salt on smiles, Billy's promise. Mailed that day via Betty the WA photo, sketch, horse herd, all to Lubbock's light. Ellie's reply came months later. He came home, Peggy singing Your Spokane Snows, painting our fence white, the Locket. Our forever. Word winds down, discharges cascade, stories sent like seeds on wind. Lena to Boston chowder, Alice to Ohio hymns, me to Spokane sage. But the chain? Worn still, secret soft to songs. Reflections crest and calm. Jungle's green hell birthed gold hearts, talismans of trial. Triumphs tender. War fades, but whispers widen eternal. Years on, cascades whispering. Graham's locket, open on the mantle. This diary unfolds for you. Carry a promise, listener, let it hold your hidden blooms. Sweet dreams, ridges risen. Good night.